Single parents looking to enter or re-enter the property market will be able to buy with a deposit of just 2% via the Family Home Guarantee, which has been expanded from 10,000 places over 4 years to 5,000 places each year. Who is eligible? Single applicants with a taxable income of up to $125,000 per annum for the previous financial year, and couples with an income of up to $200,000, have previously been eligible for the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme, now named the First Home Guarantee. The expanded scheme will help 50,000 people into the housing market each year. Peter Rae no alternative income thresholds were suggested for the regional scheme in the budget, and the same income cap applies for single parents using the Family Home Guarantee. Permanent residents are only eligible for the Regional Home Guarantee, with other schemes restricted to Australian citizens. Loading: what can you buy? Participants must be buying a home to live in, not an investment, and property prices vary according to location and whether or not a new or existing home is being purchased. No change to price caps was noted in Tuesday's budget, despite rapidly rising property prices. Median dwelling value across the capital cities jumped 19.2% for the year to February, according to CoreLogic figures, while values in regional Australia lifted 25.5%. In Sydney, only about 1 in 7 suburbs now has a median dwelling value, covering both houses and units, at or below $800,000, the existing price cap for the Family Home Guarantee and the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme. Under the current conditions, new homes have a higher price cap of $950,000. Meanwhile, 1 in 5 Melbourne suburbs had a median at or below the city's existing price cap of $700,000, CoreLogic analysis shows. Such suburbs were even harder to come by in Hobart and the ACT, where just 8.5% and 1% of suburbs, respectively, were priced below their existing price caps, both at $500,000. Only 1 in 5 Melbourne suburbs has a median dwelling value below the current price caps for the first home buyer and family guarantees. Buyers in more affordable markets like Brisbane, Perth and Darwin have greater choice, with more than a third of suburbs in each city sitting below their respective price caps of $600,000 and $500,000. Those outside the capital cities and key regional centres currently have lower price caps, ranging from $350,000 in South Australia to $600,000 in NSW. At that price cap, buyers would be unable to afford the median house prices in regions like Orange, Port Macquarie and Coffs Harbour. What impact will it have? Previous rounds of the scheme have been quick to go, with almost 60,000 aspiring homeowners already using the government guarantee to get onto the property ladder. The scheme will significantly cut down the time needed to save a deposit. This has climbed to more than 8 years for the average Sydney couple looking to save a 20% deposit for an entry-level home, recent Domain research shows. Meanwhile, Melbourne first home buyers will need 6 years and 6 months to save, and their Brisbane counterparts will take 4 years and 10 months. Almost 60,000 home buyers have previously been helped by the scheme. Glenn Hunt: while the scheme will help individual buyers bring forward purchases, first home buyer assistance schemes and grants have been criticised for increasing buyer demand and putting upward pressure on prices because buyers have a larger budget to spend. They can bring forward purchases that would have eventually occurred anyway, while doing little to help those for whom homeownership has slipped completely out of reach. What other housing measures are in the budget? Loading: the other key housing-related budget measure is a $2 billion increase to the lending capacity of the National Housing Finance and Investment Corporation, which provides low-cost loans to community housing providers working to increase the supply of affordable housing. The increase in NHFIC's liability cap, from $3.5 billion to $5.5 billion, is expected to help support around 10,000 more affordable homes for vulnerable Australians. It has already supported more than 15,000 new and existing affordable dwellings. Other spending included an estimated $1.6 billion in continued funding under the National Housing and Homelessness Agreement to support access to affordable, safe, and sustainable housing, which includes preventing and addressing homelessness.